concerning stuff's going on at Ubisoft already like 7-8 days into the new year. Ubisoft closing Halifax studio just after employees unionized. I don't know if you guys remember, I don't know, a couple of months ago, Rockstar was facing something similar situation. They had a whole bunch of people secretly trying to form a union. Those people got fired over allegations of leaking internal information to the public. I don't know what happened to that actually. I don't know whether it's been proven to be right or wrong, but they were saying they were fired because Rockstar was trying to union bust them and stop them from forming a union and all that. So it was a big deal. They were doing all these letters and there was a lawsuit involved, and like there's a lot of stuff going on with Rockstar. The thing is still going on. It's still not, I don't think it's ended. So it was almost ironic for me to see this headline pop up with Ubisoft closing Halifax studios just after employees unionized, which sounds so bad. Ubisoft already has a lot of goodwill that they need to restore. Be in the news with this sort of thing is not a good look, dude. It's not a good look. Ubisoft has announced the closure of Ubisoft Halifax. This means there will be 71 people losing their jobs. 71 is a big number for a studio, man. That's a lot of people losing their jobs out of nowhere. The news of the studio shutdown comes just days after it was announced that 61 of the studio's employees joined the Game and Media Workers Guild of Canada. The certification for the union came on December 18, 2025 and was branded as the Ubisoft Workers of Canada Halifax. In a statement, Ubisoft says that decision comes after 2 years of company-wide actions to streamline operations. I don't know. Do you believe that crap? Halifax, what did they make? Okay, so they have made Rainbow Six Mobile, Assassin's Creed Rebellion. Did they only make 2 games? If they have made other games that I don't know about, let me know. But yeah, they have primarily made Rainbow Six Mobile and Assassin's Creed Rebellion. Anyway, so they're getting the axe just days into them being unionized, which I don't think is a coincidence. But this is what Ubisoft has stated though. Over the past 24 months, so a course of 2 years, Ubisoft has undertaken company-wide actions to streamline operations, improve efficiency, and reduce costs. The company said, as part of this, Ubisoft has made the difficult decision to close its Halifax studio. 71 positions will be affected. We are committed to supporting all impacted team members during this transition with resources, including comprehensive severance packages and additional career assistance. The decisions, Ubisoft claims, was made well before the staff unionized. Ubisoft added that it respected its employees' right to join a union. CWA Canada has issued a statement regarding the shutdown. In a release provided to Insider Gaming, the union says it will pursue every legal resource to protect the members within the studios. In Canada, it is unlawful for a business to close because its workers decided to unionize. While we are not saying that this is what happened here, we will be demanding information from Ubisoft about the reason for the sudden decision to close. On the surface, it looks very much like Ubisoft decided to close the studio, the entire studio, right after they unionized. This could be a really, really bad timing and a really awful coincidence, or this could be something they have been planning for a while. I mean, it could be a bit of both. They might have been planning to shut down the studio for a while, but the talks about unionizing might have made it a quicker decision. I don't know. Or it could be totally unrelated. Look, those two things could be totally unrelated, but now we're finding a connection because this type of shit happened before, especially with very recently with Rockstar, and it's been a huge issue and it's still ongoing. You can't blame people to making that connection and thinking, okay, Ubisoft might have done some union busting on their own. If that is actually the case, I wouldn't be completely surprised to hear that either. But given how much Ubisoft has been struggling in the past year with all the changes they have been going through, especially with the merging of their IPs with Tencent, their biggest IP like Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six, which is one of the games that Halifax will have been working on, the mobile version, and Assassin's Creed, which is another one that Tencent's investing on. I guess after Tencent acquired part ownership of those IPs, and they had this joint studio, I think it's called Vantage Studios, I believe. So it's a joint studio by Ubisoft and Tencent looking after the biggest IPs of Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six, and Far Cry. Those are the biggest IPs, and they're moving forward. It's going to be a joint venture between Tencent and Ubisoft. Off the back of that shuffle, there were a lot of layoffs and there were a lot of reshuffling of resources within Ubisoft main studios. This is probably related to that, as especially given the games that they have been working on, which is Rainbow Six Mobile and Assassin's Creed Rebellion, both mobile games, but now they're both owned partly by Tencent, and they have a say in what goes now with those IPs. It could be that they have decided Halifax don't need to be working on these IPs anymore because they got their own thing and it's going to be a different thing moving forward. And because of that, the entire studio has to be let go because they don't need them anymore, quite frankly, as a business. It could be what happened, but we don't know. It's really hard to take sides, and especially with Ubisoft right now, with their recent games bombing so hard and they making anti-consumer decisions, just being weird. But they've been trying to recover, and they've done some good stuff like free Mirage DLC and trying to make it work with Assassin's Creed Shadows and everything. And with the Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake upcoming, they're trying to recover. They're trying to get on the good side of the gamers again. But it is still hard to give them a pass and think of them as the good guys still because of all these things that's been happening with them. The union people, they will probably be chasing this with Ubisoft in Canada and will probably try to get answers, and there'll be more updates. But right now, that's the situation and it's ongoing, and it is unfortunate that 71 people in a Ubisoft studio has been just let go, just like that. And what a way to start the year, man. You're just only 8 days into the new year and you start the whole new year with big hopes for the year. And, they all those people must have been on cloud nine thinking, oh my God, we finally managed to join a union. We got some safety, we got some backup. And then bam, the next day, you're fired.
Maria, you're fired.
The whole studio is let go. You don't have a job anymore. That's a tough situation to be in, especially at the start of the year, man. So I feel for those devs, and unfortunately, this is not new. This happens all the time with these big companies. It's gonna happen. It's gonna keep happening. But yeah, this is the first of many for 2026, unfortunately. Let me know what you guys think, as always.